Good evening, massive cravat. Welcome to Party Monday. Alex, Jim Tink comes in and he's like, drop a song on me, please. Mate, I've been on for 7 seconds. Can you give the guy just a fucking break to set up his stream, please? You're killing me. G'day, Jared. What else do we need to do this bit? Let's just zoom in. How's the position there? I do owe you one from CanCon, you're right. Cheers. What would you like me to sing? I don't have a favourite song, unless you are referring to Shannon Knowles' What About Me? What about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough now. I want my share, can't you see? I wanna live, but you just take more. You just take more than you give. What about Jim? What about Jim? Hello, All Might for One. Hello, Alex. Yes, wondrous times. Thank you, friends, for your attendance on tonight's stream. It's a beautiful time in the world. Well, not really, actually. It's pretty disgraceful when you think about it, but maybe we can all use this as an opportunity to remind ourselves that we need to be good to other people. My golden rule: just don't be a dickhead to other people. You know what I'm saying? Party Monday, indeed, Captain Carp, it is. All right. So I haven't got much to do on this chick. Just want to touch up a few little bits on the wolves and stuff, and then we'll be moving on to the Witch Hunter tonight, and then we're saving the best model for last. Rumble. Okay, let's go. Rumble in the jungle. Bucks, what's going on, mate? Did you have a good day? Thanks, mate. Yeah, no. Went to work. I have a golden rule that I don't normally work on my birthday, but needs must. Alright, she's done. Happy birthday, Bucks. Yes, thank you. For yesterday, if you missed it, it was Bucks' birthday. Good. I think we'll call her. I might do a little bit of touch-ups on her, on the gold bits, I think. Just want to redefine. A few little tweaks. Thank you. I don't. Thank you, Alex. Yes, I don't normally go around advertising my birthday, so Bucks is fucking dumb. Yeah, stitch up there. Absolute stitch up. The hot tub. It's getting warm. Getting warmer. Alright. Just remembered I did a little moon symbol on the other one, so I might just do a little moon in the back of this lady. Why not? Now that I'm reflecting on it though, I think I did it the opposite way. It's done now. No gift necessary, mate. I am A-OK, thank you. I have more than enough gifts. I have more than enough things, actually. Rectum, welcome, mate. Alright, let's put her on the done shelf. Let's get onto this chap. Okay, let's go. So I think I want to do this be the red intense light. But do I also do it from below? Instinct says yes. So we'll just have to tone it down a bit, I think. G'day, bunny. So this is one of the new Chimera version 2s. So I thought I might try using it as like a wash glazy thing. See how that works. Oh, Mittens, thank you. Yes, thanks, you're a legend. Wonderful human being that you are. Alex, thank you. This scale is, I don't know, whatever Games Workshop scale is. It's just a commission of some Games Workshop models that I liked and accepted. So this is the brown or something. We're going to use a lot of washes on this, I think. Try some washing. Time to take out the trash. So I'm up to episode 8 season 5 of The Expanse. It's just going glorious, just magnificent. We shan't be talking about it for fear of ruining someone's experience that hasn't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, just do yourself a favour and get it on the television right now. Turn off fucking Big Deno. Go watch The Expanse. How good is it? Alright, let's do some. Yeah, Bucks did indeed turn up to his party stream about 8 hours later than it started, so he got there in the end. Thanks, Bun. Thought we agreed you weren't going to call me Daddy. That was unacceptable. Vader. You don't know the dark side of the Force. You don't know the power of the dark side of the Force. This is actually a really interesting brown. So, what's this one called? Royal Brown. That one gets some further perusal. That one could be, yeah, that is from the new Chimera set. That one could be actually tremendous. I mean, it's, so one of my issues with Chimera paints, not really an issue, but just one of their properties, is they do err on the side of being too matte. Now, I dislike paints that are super matte. Most of the Chimera range, it sort of, it is very matte, but, you know, it still feels workable. I feel like the new range 2 is definitely erring on the side of more matte than the originals. Take from that what you will. It's not a bad thing, it's just something you have to be aware of. So I'm not probably used to that for the range, for their use just yet. So I need to work with that a little bit more. Because this is drying out to be a really nice colour. Yes, it's not a silly question, it's a very fair and legitimate question. It's because I like to be able to visualize what the colors are going to, like different property, you know, paints that are more matte than others. Even if you matte varnish them, they'll come out slightly satiny. Like there's no matte varnish that'll ever kill everything 150%. There's always just a little bit left. So if you have a look at a matte paint that gets an ultra, AK ultra matte versus a satin paint or a different paint that gets it, the satin paint still just has a little bit more power. The other side of it is generally satin paints are more saturated, generally. So not always the case, but so it is just, it's probably an observation that I should think about a bit more, really. What's the point of having a problem with a matte paint if I'm just going to kill it anyway? Actually, this royal brown's pretty tidy. Salad bum, well, it depends what I'm doing. So if you have a look on my palette, maybe I can zoom in for you even more. Zoom in on the palette cam. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's see if we can go real deep. That's as deep as it'll go, and I'll just kill the exposure so you can. And all right. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Everything will be alright if you keep me next to you. You don't know about me, but I bet you want to. Good one. Yeah, so all the paints that I'm working with at the moment are generally pretty thick, except for this one that so this here is this colour that I've watered down quite a lot to quite a translucent consistency, but because of the intensity of that pigment, it still has some nice coverage. I very much like this figure. G'day, Jen. This could be one of the best Games Workshop figures I've painted ever. Not as my paint job, just the actual figure itself. G'day, Diddy. We have just about reached our limit on this paintbrush. It's maybe just not holding enough of a point that I need to switch it over. Oh, you decided to join me tonight, Bucks. Gracing us with your presence. Alright, one sec. Alright, Bucks. Link is in the usual spot. Password is birthday boy.
Easy done. Fire it up, mate.
Ah, this is what we like to see. This is what we like to see.
Just for you, bud.
Ah, welcome. Get amongst it.
What do you think about the colours, mate? Do you notice two specific colours? Very specific colours.
Tremendous. Look at that.
A distinguished gentleman, mate. A distinguished gentleman.
That wouldn't be ocean blue and wine red by any chance, would it?
That may well be ocean blue and wine red.
Outstanding. Bucks, welcome to the stream, mate, and happy birthday for yesterday, good sir.
Cheers, mate, and you for today.
Thanks, mate.
So was it a pretty smooth day? Pretty easy day at work?
Oh, look, I made it easy, but it was not great.
Yeah. Still dealing with a lot of the repercussions from
the flood. The flood, and then we've still got. I mean, we're still dealing straight up and down dealing with COVID. You know, people having to go into isolation. Those rules haven't changed.
No, they haven't, have they? They're still around. They still exist.
Someone gets it, and then all of a sudden it just fucking butts me. So.
Cheeky week off, no problem.
Yeah, hoping I might catch it myself actually, so I can.
Just have a paint?
Yeah, get in there and have a paint for a while. That'd be nice.
A little vacay?
Yep. Just going to speak to a guy who was sick and just, can I have a kiss? Give me a little kiss, mate.
Alrighty. Today we are painting army stuff.
It's happening, is it?
It's happening. Mate, but is it really painting when you're just breaking out the airbrush and just going hell for leather?
No, that's not painting. Hey, this royal brown colour or whatever from that second Chimera set, that's actually interesting. That's an interesting colour.
I heard you before, just sort of put it to one side and say, maybe there's more to you in the future.
Yep. I'm trying to convince my friends at Chimera to just send me some pictures of the new Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I said to them, friends, please, I'm your best friend.
I owe it to you. After that last diorama,
I'm going to do another diorama. Just send me the fucking models so I can start planning it, you twats. Come on. They have not been forthcoming yet. Hopefully soon.
They know who they're messing with?
Oh, yeah. Alex, you sending this fucking picture or what, mate? Come on now. At least let me see the goods.
Are we firing off? Are we doing reviews and feedback already? First thing, let's go.
Mate, feedback's anytime people want to send it. There's no rules.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the fucking face on this guy, man. What a mad dog.
He's a good looking chap, isn't he?
What a mad dog. He's got a mustachio.
He's a real cool model. Mate, are you seeing all of the guns around the world gearing up for Golden Demon? Holy shit, they're all getting fired up.
I haven't actually. Well, I saw Ben Comets was doing something.
Yeah, and I think Andy's doing those models that you're doing right now. Andy Waters doing.
I've seen those. Yep.
I think you've got some other. If you look at what people are painting right now, you could see a few other ones gearing up.
Might be time for me to have a lash.
You know what? Why not?
As soon as they bring it back in Australia.
I'm working on it. I'm talking to the right people. I'm moving and shaking. These days when I'm dressed like this, I get into boardrooms, mate. Get into boardrooms, you know. They see me coming, they say, oh, get him in.
I love it, mate. I absolutely love it. Well done to you.
Well done to me, indeed.
Now, if you can't get dressed up for a party Monday,
No.
what's going on?
We're distinguished gentlemen around here. There's a couple of distinguished gentlemen slanging airbrushes and paintbrushes.
Alright, switch to the small brush, Danielson. Come on, mate. I've been looking forward to tonight. I don't know if you might not have been on the stream, mate, but let me show you this, pal. Let me show you a couple of these Bobby Dazzlers. Bang. Get this up, ya.
Yeah, I saw this. I was here for that yesterday, 30 minutes. I was here for 36 minutes.
Alright, well he finished. He's finished now, so you weren't here for the finishing job.
He was looking good.
You definitely haven't seen this one, have you, motherfucker?
No.
I know.
Yeah, look, yeah. Gosh, she's a great model, isn't she?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great fur. Great fur.
Yeah, she's good to paint. And I'm saving my favourite till last, this chick. Yeah, look at her.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Look, I think she's great. She's not the best for me out of the bat. She's not the best. I appreciate why you like it. We've had discussions on this before, but I think that the lady, the head lady on the wolf's a bit better for me. Yeah, that's it, Jan. Jan knows. So are we going straight into the next commission after this, mate? Or are you going Otoko?
Yeah, that's sort of up for discussion tonight. If we move on, so I've got two pieces that I want to do next. The first is a commission for a collector, which I'm really excited about doing. And the second is Katsuro Toko, which I'm also really excited about doing. So
yeah,
I don't really have any.
That's a commission of the heart, that one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Commission of your heart when he's calling for you. Commission for your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know what I'm painting, and I don't know why.
Right now, we're in the studio, we're in the lab, putting the demo to work. I'm just cranking these ideas out for him. He's coming up with songs. We're gonna get that shit on Spotify real soon. Did I tell you that this little two-piece doubles over as an agent as well?
Does it?
Yep. I'm in the music world too, mate. Scout, and you've been scouted. Consider yourself scouted.
Well, just another thing for me to look forward to. Thank you. It's all coming up, Trump's on Deno's birthday. What a legend.
It is. It's coming up, Deno House, mate.
No, it annoys my girlfriend, right? So we will go to the shops, and she'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm just driving in to get a park." She's like, "You're not going to get a fucking park. Like, you got to go miles out." And within seconds, right, someone will back out, or there'll be a park right beside the thing. Like, it is just.
You have the gift.
I just got the gift, but it's not just for that, mate. It's for just about every aspect of my life. It does not matter what is going on. Big Deno, it just comes up his way.
Fortune favours the Deno.
But my girlfriend's always like, "Oh, this is so bullshit." And I say, "No, look, I create it. I create it with my positive attitude," which fucking annoys the shit out of her even more. She's like, "That's fucked." That's fucked. Might see if we can get her on the stream tonight. It's my birthday after all.
Yeah, get her in. Get her in. Got a bone to pick with her anyway, mate.
Oh, really?
Got to talk to her about some judging from a little while back. Got to question her criteria, you know.
I'll send her a message. See if she's willing to acquiesce.
We might get Benny on tonight as well. He did say he'd be present for birthday streams. I'm holding him to it.
Thanks, Mr. Mozcar. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you.
What kind of red are we going to go for? You know who's got a nice red? And it's pretty buttery through the airbrush, but it's a bit more of a crimson than a Sam Barn red. Bit of crimson from the old Scale 75 Scale Artist range.
This guy's got a man bun. My appreciation for him is diminished.
Really? What's this? What's this back here?
Yeah, diminished for you as well.
Oh, mate, I'm seeing two distinguished gentlemen on the chat and one left out right now, so...
I'm just jealous. I used to have a man bun and then I shaved it. And my girlfriend at the time, who later became my wife, who later became my ex-wife, was like, yeah, you look way better. And I was always sadder. There's a lesson in that for all of us.
Don't cut your man bun. For anyone. Ever.
You gotta find your way in life, mate. You gotta find your own
You do.
path.
What do they say? You got to find your tribe.
Yep. Keep hoping I'll find mine one day soon. Little sledge for you there, mate. All right.
These days they're just little nudges of endearment, aren't they, pal?
You know it. Let's get a little bit of this going on. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Jessica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
Feeling all right, eh? You know when you go through the obligatory sort of you spray everything, put your shades in through the airbrush, put your white down to next, like pull your layer over it, get some pop colours going. You're feeling yourself, and you expect to see like 4 or 5 mold lines.
Yep.
You're just like, motherfuckers, I've only seen 1.
Oof.
I'm very happy, right? I'm very pleased.
It's a pleasing moment.
Where's Jan? Can you come clean this mold line for me, mate?
Yeah, Jan's weird with mold lines, eh? He's always like, yeah, mold lines are great. Jan, they're not great, mate. Mold lines are a stain on our existence. And I don't mean because we need to get rid of them. I mean because we need to not talk about them and just forget that they exist and just paint models without worrying about them.
What's this picture?
Yeah, what is Alex MF doing? Give us my picture, mate. Hey, what defeated models?
Yeah, what are they, Bunny?
Edge highlight mold lines. I've done that, right? That is one of the pro tips. Gav taught me that many years ago. He's like, all right, here's a tip. If you see a mold line you're missing and it's too late to correct it, you just grab the little thing and pretend it's battle damage, right? Do a black line underneath it, highlight the top, battle damage, job done. One of the finest moments of my life learning that.
Oh, Robot Rocket's new one. Nice one.
Ah, nice.
That's the samurai girl who's taken off the on his head.
Yeah. That's an awesome figure.
It's a bit of a Robot Rocket weekend. I received a lovely gift from one Jubbers. She bought me mean tweets.
Oh, that's a good model. All right, we've got a figure at long last. Let's have a Bo Peep here. All right, we have some immediate observations, mate. I have a number one rule: potato photos. All right, and what we have here is a prime example of a potato photo. Look, I can't. That's too dark.
We have all phoned a potato photo in our time, Alex. You're not alone, but you must learn from it.
It's very dark, mate. It's very hard for me to provide a real accurate critique with such a dark photo.
You got a piece of white paper around, mate, and a lamp? If you do, just chuck the lamp over the top of it, aim it down, snap it, send it to us.
Here is my first observation with the potato photo notwithstanding. I like all the little details, the little masks on the thing. They're cool. The colour, the pink colour in the tails, that's cool. The colour balance feels pretty okay, but I think you needed to make the white fur on the stag darker and maybe make the purple lighter, just to help provide that to be the main focal point. But yeah, pretty good, mate. I'm not going to go any further because it's a disgraceful photo. I tried to buy a land studio just on the weekend.
How successful were you?
Little birthday
By
present.
the term try, I assume not very.
Yeah, unfortunately we missed out. It's
What
hard.
try did you go after?
Oh, he just posted a work in progress of the latest. Was it Chimera? I can't remember who it was. It was I think it's from Chimera. No, it might be the latest Carol Rudick actually. So yeah, Sibylla. It was Sibylla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
Sibylla bust or 75?
No, the 75mm figure.
Yeah, the 75. Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Cool. It's really tricky when.
You've been trying to get a land for a little while too, haven't you?
I have.
You want to get your hands on that process.
Well, I've seen it in the hand, and I know, not that one obviously, but other ones.
Yeah.
And I know what I want, and I had a chance to get one, and I elected not to take it because I wanted something that was more useful to me. It was a blue chick that he had up for sale, a blue chick, and I was like,
yeah.
I thought about it, and I thought, I want non-metallic metal, and I want skin tones. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
I just want to see land doing land things.
The land specials. Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, no. The problem is when I see these things, it's usually about 4 hours after someone else has seen them because he posts them in the middle of the day in Poland, and here's me down here in Australia in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night.
Yeah, just getting cucked, mate.
Yeah, just getting absolutely fucked before I even get a chance to put my hand up, which is fine. I might do a little DSLR settings in a second for you, Alex. Well, when I say a second, I mean later on, because I'm not going to stop my flow of painting this guy. But yeah, getting your camera settings right is very, very challenging.
Yeah. Hardest thing, I think, to learn. personally. Crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, it is really hard. Like I'm still not very good, but I know enough to not disgrace myself. But every person I've basically ever seen who's seen my models in the flesh is like, yeah, your photography sucks.
Yeah. You and me both, bud. You and me both. I told you about Dave telling me up, didn't I?
Yeah. Alright, so...
I think Ben and Storm get pretty good photos.
Yeah, Benny's not too bad, actually. He does a pretty good job.
Mole Man's pretty decent as well.
Got to figure out a way to understand this red glow on this figure. So we're going to have...
This is going to be really matte, and we don't want super matte, so we're going to have to put a little bit of the old...
Here.
A little bit of the old Liquitex gloss medium in it.
And then we're going to have here. So low there. Yeah, alright, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if my girlfriend's agreed to... No, she said she doesn't really have anything to talk about.
Rough.
Yeah, that's how much she appreciates me.
It's one step further to a collaboration, if you ask me.
All right, I'll just quickly grab my camera because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. This is just what I've figured out for me, right? I don't know if this will work for everyone, but this is my camera. Welcome. This is a ring lens. It's not a very good lens, right? I don't have a good lens. So, helpful. ISO 100, you never change that. These other two settings, 110 and f-stop, f16, they're the bits that you change. Now, the f-stop is how wide your aperture is, which is how big your depth of field is. So if you have a wider aperture, you capture a larger depth of field, very broadly speaking. So you'll have a big piece like the diorama. If you try and take a photo from up close, you'll only have a small area in focus, unless you widen that. But if you widen that, you're letting in more light, which changes the other functions and settings. So I keep that number the same. And then this here is the exposure time or something, however long it fucking goes click, click, shutter speed, there you go, that's what it is. So with these settings, I put my figures in a black background and I have a lot of light on them. And then I take a photo with those settings, that's it. And then I reduce the brightness of the settings. So that's a tip that Dave gave me. Rather than trying to take a dark photo and brighten it, you want to take a bright photo and darken it, because that way the camera captures more detail. Good tip. And that's it, that's all I'm giving you, because that's all I really know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the chat can see, but this is a red.
Oh yes.
Look at that.
That is a
That's
beauty.
Power right there.
Yep, and that is rookie mistake number one.
That was my mum who popped in just before. She's very excited that we're getting married in less than a week now.
Yeah, when is it? Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday. You're beauty.
I'll flick you a link, mate.
Well, you got a live stream?
Yeah.
How good. I'm not going to watch.
Mate, Jubbers will be upset with you, mate.
Yeah, I can live with it.
Why? I think she can too.
I'm, yeah, look, not a pro-marriage guy, as you well know.
Gave it a good run.
Yeah. Best 4 months of my life, mate. That's not even true, really. Okay, let's go. So if it looks like I've sort of gone pretty rough on this guy, that's because I have. Because I'm about to put a lot of red glow all over him. I feel like that's going to really change up where I need my lights and stuff. So I sort of actually want to do that before I finish off any of the other sections. So just suck it up. So the Expanse has gone in a vastly different direction to what I anticipated.
It's done that a couple of times to you now, hasn't it?
Has indeed.
Maybe we can't talk about it.
Yes, I don't want to ruin it for my friend who's watching at the moment, but... And I don't really trust you anyway. Whenever we talk about something, you're always like, I'll just say this one thing, and then you fucking say something and fucking reveals more information than you anticipated, and I hate that.
I'll say episode 3 and you're like, nah, you fucking ruined it.
Well, mate, here's the thing, right? Topula said the other day in chat, he's like, just tell me when you've watched episode 4. And I was like, see, this is what pisses me off, mate, because now you've revealed that something momentous happens in episode 4, right? So you've created a false sense of expectation, which if it doesn't live up to my sense of expectation, then you've ruined my enjoyment of what might have otherwise been a good episode. Second of all...
Who did this here, Ben?
Topulus.
Tom did, yeah.
Second of all, if it does live up to my expectations, and it's awesome, why couldn't I just have that moment for myself? You know? Why you got to ruin it for me like that, Top? Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I've learned, mate. I've learned. Say nothing.
Yeah.
In fairness, I forget so regularly anyway. Like, I don't hold on to TV shows too much after I've fully consumed them. I'm not like you where you can like recall, you know, episode 8, 15 minutes, this joke, wonderful, check it out.
I can. Which annoys my fucking girlfriend to all over. She just hates it. She hates a lot of things about me. I'm actually going to go red glow right now. Oh yeah. So, what project should it be, mate? In your eyes?
I think because we kind of want to do the Toko together, right? So do the commish, and the channel enjoy the commish.
Yeah. Well, I'll enjoy the commission.
Yeah.
Two models I've been wanting to paint forever, sitting on my shelf for a long time.
Look, I'd already made the assumption that you were going to enjoy that. You wouldn't have accepted it if you didn't want to paint them. So. And then that'll time nicely for Toko.
Sounds good. Get Yab. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could paint this model. Look, I'm in a pretty good mood tonight, mate. You know how I've been feeling about this commission, right? It's just been one of those ones that's been hanging over my head for a while.
Yeah.
Not because I'm not like enjoying painting them, but because sometimes I just got to be in the right headspace, you know.
I feel you, man. Like there's something to be said about having many projects available to you at the time the inspiration strikes, combined with different scales and designs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm seeing you knock down that. Is that a beer that you're having right now?
I'm having a beer, mate. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to have a beer on my birthday.
Yeah. I'm seeing you knock down a beer, and I'm thinking I need to join you.
Please.
But I don't know if I've got any beers around, so I might just have to have a champagne on your behalf.
Why not,
Celebration
mate?
of you, mate.
Why not? Champagne.
Yeah.
I believe you'll find it's pronounced champagne, but
Champagne.
yeah,
Champagne. Come on, mate. Where are you from?
Champagne. Microwave.
Are we going to talk about how I had an absolute cracking joke yesterday, and I sent it through to him. Sent it through to him about 5 o'clock. I'm like, mate, this is a fantastic joke. Deno is going to love this one. And I sent it to him, and he sent me back the punchline within 15 seconds. Actually ruined my birthday.
Takes a lot to get up and get a joke by me, mate.
It's a pretty good one, though, isn't it?
It is a good one, yeah. Very Australian.
Very. Yeah, but it's your birthday. Your birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, yabba dabba doo.
Beautiful, mate. Happy birthday. Chain on. If we can chain a whole week of birthdays together.
What a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on.
All them Pisces floating around there. Being weirdos.
Yeah, someone was like, oh, so you're a Pisces today, hey? And I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, do you realise fucking star signs are just the dumbest thing ever? She was like, oh, that's a aggressive response. I was like, fucking star signs, man. But when I read my star sign, there's a lot of accuracy.
I'll say it, but I think they're supposed to be, right? They're written so that you can find meaning. This colour is just delicious, delightful.
And where'd you get it from again?
It is a mix actually, because the crimson colour from the Scale 75 artist colour was just a little bit weak. One side prepared it for the airbrush with a bit of glaze medium and a little bit of thinner. So I just went to trusty old Chimera, the red. The red Chimera is known for, and those two combined together are looking swell.
With our powers combined, I am Captain Red.
And that's the thing, isn't it, man? There's no science to it. You just get a bit weird, throw some shit in a pot, mix it around.
Well, I'm doing a little thing now with the red myself, and I've been using this particular process to great success, and it is a combination of the Chimera the red and fluorescent red. These two colours, unstoppable power.
Fluorescent red, I do have that colour.
Cannot get a more powerful saturated red than with those two combined.
By our powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Go planets!
Who's your favourite Planeteer, mate?
The chick with the red chick, fire.
That was a dude, man.
No, the chick, the Eastern European chick.
Oh, she's
Wind.
blue, man. Schwenka,
yeah, Wind.
Yeah.
She was my favourite.
Fucking pretty obvious why, eh?
I was fucking 5, mate. Can you calm down? Of course. Or however old I was, I probably wasn't 5, but I was certainly young. I was into her.
Yeah. All right, stick white helmets on these guys. Job's done.
Oh yes. Hey, I watched a Craft World painting Cult of Painting video. How to paint an Ulfway Eldar with Henry, the guy who focuses more on army painting. And he did.
Henry's great.
and he did the old contrast paint through the airbrush. I was like, Henry,
Oh, did he?
Henry, I'm proud of you, mate. I'm going to claim this one for the denizens, the people of Big Deno's world, because that's a dead set my technique that you've stolen. I'm claiming full credit on that technique. No one else has ever done that in the history of miniature painting.
Take it.
That was pretty good though. Bucks, you have got in my head a little bit, right? You're like, let's paint an army, Deno. Let's paint an army. And I'm like, oh, I've painted armies before. But the sticking point keeps being, there's no army I want to paint at the moment.
That's okay. It'll come. We're not going to force it. It'll appear. What would it be? Fantasy based? You think? Would it have to be?
I don't know. It'd have to be. Yeah. I don't know that I'm all that keen on anything else really. Maybe Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Cujo. Because
I was just about to sell all my Game of Thrones stuff.
Well, we're never going to play it, mate. So you might as well sell them anyway. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just like, if I'm going to paint an army for something, I want to be able to fucking play with it. Yeah. Cujo made a video last night, everyone, on how to turn trash bags into plinths. And it's a great video that everyone should watch. I personally haven't watched it because I have money to buy plinths. But if that situation changes, I'm sure it'll be useful to know. I think that's so he can track them, mate. It's still, he's only got like 80 videos, mate. So if you're hard up for 80 cents, I'll send you 80 cents. All right, Cooch? Fucking weak.
I think Jabba's just likes being on camera, mate.
She keeps coming on.
Every week, she's like, "Oh, remember to use," because we have two entries into this room that I'm in, into the studio, and so there's absolutely no way that you have to come into this room. Yet she finds a way.
Life finds a way, mate. Do you want me to send you 80 cents, Cujo? I can. I'll take it out of my stream profits for the month, of which there are very few.
Mate, that's my salary right there. Give it to Cooch. It's alright. Cooch is worth it.
Cujo reckons he's poor, mate, because he's complaining about 1 cent.
Can't be poor, Cujo, because we love you, mate. You love Rich.
Oh, that's wonderful stuff. All right, this is a full-on approach. This, I'm trying to double tap the red glow. All right, mate. Will you let me know if you need help? I can spare 80 cents, pal. But it is very miniature mentor of him, isn't it? Okay, let's go. See, now look at the power of this red, mate. Look at the power. It's just punishing. Just punishes your eyeballs for daring to look at it. That's a big Deno red right there. All now I can see all of the red, I can start to do the rest of the stuff. Cool. Oh, Cujo. We do have an open slot after those two though, the commission for Old Mate and then Katsuro Otoko, so where do we go next? Your microphone's down, Peanut, so I can't hear a word you're saying.
I said, I think you know where we go next, mate.
I'm not doing a Game of Thrones army, mate.
Take it to the top. Might be time for a dio.
Jeepers.
Might be time for serious plans.
Alright. Is it time for a collaboration?
Could be time. Although part of me keeps saying, nah, you've got to leave it until sort of the back end of next year, going into the new year, so that we're timing it so that we sort of complete it right before Crimson Brush.
Do another Skaven army. Fuck, I haven't done a Skaven. I did a Skaven army many, many years ago. It was awesome, but... Yes, Cujo, so the way that I've painted this whole force is like this. It's been very like, ooh, ethereal red glow from beneath the cursed city. It's so scary and gloomy and ooh, scary. So every single model that I've painted from this thing has been red glow. So, but this guy's got a fire. And I didn't want to do like, yeah, here's just a normal fire, when everything else that I've done has been this red, ethereal red. So yes, that is exactly correct, your observation.
A couple of Rackham armies would be fun.
Well, did he actually ask me if I wanted to paint some Rackham figures? Maybe we should have a closer look at them, because I'm not against the idea of painting some Rackham figures, but...
Who asked you?
Did he?
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, but I've painted a lot of Rackham figures, because I think we were talking about it. I did a Rackham army for
Warhammer.
For a Warhammer army, so I painted like 4 of the different Rackham ranges, so it has to be some of the ones that I haven't done. I'm mostly keen on the Orcs, if I'm really honest. The Orcs of Rano Core. They're pretty much the only ones I'd probably want to paint these days.
I think I've got one of those. Getting your hands on them is the hard part though, mate. Unless you know someone who's got it all.
Yeah. Hixie, I did indeed airbrush the first part of the red glow, mate. That is 100% correct. But the second part of the red glow is done with a brush. And if I can speak very plainly for a moment, it is the second part that really brings it to life. You won't get a convincing red glow or glow of any kind just with an airbrush. It just doesn't have enough intensity.
Right, so there's a few ways we can go now.
Yep.
We can break out the contrast. Get it down to like a purpley sort of like a shade for red effectively. Thin it down and then just brush it all on over everything. Let it settle into the recesses.
What's option 2?
Option 2 is that we still do that, but first off, we increase the purple tones coming from the underside first.
And what are we dealing with? The Eldar still?
Yeah.
I feel like we need to increase the purple.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the figure since the last
Do you
update.
want me to? I'll take a quick photo.
Yeah, snap a quick happy snap for the chat as well. Although, do you have a second webcam set up? I can put your video on the stream too. You know?
I don't. I'm going to take care of all of those things once we come back from wedding. I'll tell you what, I've quietly become very addicted to playing Magic the Gathering again. Oh, man.
Frog Jim Bucks is very graciously accepting of your birthday. Thanks.
Thank you, Frog Jim. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Despite not attending the birthday stream that we hosted for him.
Tell you what, it's muggy as fuck again today. Can't shake it down here at the moment.
I've heard that. A lot of my head office is in Melbourne.
Yeah, they're feeling it.
Oh, not having a good time with the weather. And they complained about it today, and I was like, yeah, you guys are having it real tough, mate. A little bit of damps, way fucking trickier than a fucking flood.
Here we go. Here's some colour for you, mate. You'd be proud of this red. You'd probably take credit for it, though. You know.
Yeah, I take credit for most things you do.
Yeah, fair enough. They are away. I've got 2 weeks off, mate.
Now?
No, starting Thursday. 2 weeks and a bit, starting Thursday.
Yeah, purple from underneath, mate. Make it happen.
Yeah. What do you think of the intensity for it?
It's very good. I do like me some red.
Yeah, it needs some contrast though, doesn't it?
Yep.
Let's just, you know what? Let's get a little ocean blue in it. Let's get a little ocean blue in it.
It's so unlike you.
I've replaced ocean blue lately, mate, with a little bit of that periscopes from the Panzer Ace range. I really like quite a lot of those colours from the Panzer Ace range. They're really nice.
Look, Cujo, it is fair to say that the answer to that question for me is a wholehearted yes. That is a Big Deno Lucas Pena sculpt. Up and about.
We have got to talk about that sculpt.
Up and about.
Best one of the last 5, right?
Without a doubt. Mercenary Goblin and it are my 2 favourites that he's done in a long time. Now, as you know, I'm a fan of Lucas Pena. I'm a big fan.
You are. Huge fan.
I'm so much of a fan that when I met him, I couldn't speak. I just love him. He's a jet. So this isn't a criticism of his sculpting ability, more so of his sculpting choices that are different to what I want to paint. And recently, a lot of the stuff he's done has been just way too happy for me. It's like, come on, Lucas, I want to see some angry people. Give me some fucking fighting guys or whatever, you know, just fucking...
I don't think you'll ever get angry off Lucas Pena, but you may get fighting focused.
I hope he does do angry one day, because could you imagine?
It'd be beautiful. The closest thing to angry, Kong was angry. He was slinging a big old boulder at someone.
Yep. Lucas...
Suave.
Lucas is a young, attractive Spanish man who is also a master in, what is that, kendo? Is it kendo, the one where you fight with a sword?
That's stick kendo isn't it? It's with a bow.
kendo. Yeah, he's a kendo master. He's like represented Spain or something in kendo. He's a fucking jet.
So, when David Aroba started painting the what is it, the Thingo Friends,
Oh, yeah.
one that no one can get,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I would love to just paint this model. I really, really want it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then it's like Lucas Pena just heard everyone and was like,
There
relax.
you go.
Let me do something for you. I'm not going to give you like an American Indian style orb, but I am just going to put a lion on this guy's head, or whatever it is, the hippo or warthog on his head.
Yeah.
And you're going to love it.
It really
It's
is.
got a lot of the same energy, doesn't it?
It
Like
really is a
awkward
love
scribbling.
letter to old school fucking Rackham. Just,
Yeah.
it's my jam. It is my absolute jam, and I love it.
I think there's a whole conversation there worth, like, we keep doing this as a community, as a broader community. We keep doing these odes to Rackham, but when it comes to bringing Rackham back, every time it's been tried, it's failed.
Because Rackham's inextricably linked to a game.
Yes.
And so they keep trying to bring the game back, and no one ever bought Rackham figures for the fucking game.
No.
You know? Like,
No.
it just was never about the game, and that's where those things have gone wrong. But yeah, look, I'm all about that guy. Yeah, add a little thing. So if we go back far enough here, let's do a little dive down memory lane. I want to talk about a friend of mine. His name's Glenn Lamprecht. Glenn.
Let's do it. Are we going to go
Lamprecht.
look at his... Have we got a link to all his stuff?
We don't have a link to all his stuff, but we do have a link to Demon Winner, of which Glenn Lamprecht has won many. So I'll tell you a very, very small story, right? Back in the day, when I was a very young, wee snip of a lad, I used to play in a little tournament that happened every year. It was called Maelstrom. And I'm talking like I first started playing when I was in grade 5. I painted a Lizard Man army. My Lizard Man army was like, I had measles skinks, right? I painted these little measles skinks that were just like flesh with red dots, and then I did a flesh wash or something. It was trash.
You've really been in this game for a long time, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I was, so
I love it.
The box set that I bought that I'm referring to was the Slan, was the Lizardmen versus Bretonian box set, right? And I'd been playing before that came out, so that'll give you an indication of how far back we're talking. So this army, I bought a Stegodon. It was my birthday present with my money that I got from my birthday, and I had a Slan, which was like money from Christmas. And so I rocked up to this tournament, and I had a Slan, and I wrote an illegal list, right? And I remember this because Slan were magic users, and magic users aren't allowed to wear armor. And I gave him the shield.
They never were. They have to wear. They used to get their ward save from the amulet.
And I gave him a shield of Patolus, which was a 2+ save versus range, and then he had his 4+ ward save. And I found out that this was a mistake on the day when they, double checked the lists and everything, and I had to have my list revealed to everyone. So anyway, I'm talking about this event because at this event I met a guy by the name of Glenn Lamprecht, and he was a very nice man. Like, we played a game in the tournament, and he beat me. But I just sat there looking at his army, right? And Glenn is a like loves Native American traditions, and he's got all around his house, and the story will continue, but I used to go to his house a lot. But yeah, all around his house is Native American, tribal stuff and all sorts of cool things. Like, he's got a tomahawk that we used to throw at a tree in his house. It's awesome. So
I think everyone's probably met someone, right, who's a bit like that. The American Indian pictures on the walls and wood carvings, all that sort of cool
stuff. He lives out in the country, mate, and he's just like, we fucked up the earth. We've gone wrong somewhere.
Yeah,
love him. He's a legend, right? So anyway, I'm looking at this Wood Elf army, and he started converting every Wood Elf to have all of these Native American things, right? Mm-hmm. And so this particular piece, which is what won... Oh, it's not there. This one won the Slayer Sword.
Was it the ones where they're all standing on rocks and stuff like that with like wodestones and?
It was maybe. I'm sure.
You're not talking about his thingo entry, are you?
He did
a Weaver entry.
He did not the Spellweaver. I'll show you the Spellweaver in a second. But he did a set of 4 Wood Elf Scouts, and every single one had been converted. Every single one of them had bows strung.
Yeah.
Every single one of them had feathers that he'd sculpted and attached to the bows and stuff. I'm sure I'll be able to find it actually, because it's Glenn Lamprecht Wood Elves.
We're going all the way back.
Oh yeah, this is deep.
Yeah,
So
25 years ago minimum, right?
So he sculpted the wolf heads, right? He sculpted all the pelts, all this stuff. This is fucking long time ago. But I was there when he's doing this whole army, and if you have a look, he actually got a blog, but he hasn't updated it for a long time. So this is this army that I'm sitting here looking at, right? And he's just got all these fucking converted fucking things. It's wild. He was just...
Bring up the photo if you can of his army. His army actually featured in Australian Light Dwarf magazine. It was in 3 months worth, I believe. It was a battle of, what is it? What do they call them?
Battle of 4 armies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tale of 4 wargamers or whatever it is.
So I got to know him through this event, and he came into Games Workshop, and this is at the time when I was working for Games Workshop. And he came in one day and he was like, "Oh, hey mate," and we had a chat, and then we just got to chatting, and he was at that Games Workshop a fair bit, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to come and hang out on the weekend? We'll paint some models." So I went up to his house and then offered to help him paint his house. So I ended up painting part of his house with him, and then we started a little commission painting service. We ended up painting models for people for about 2 or 3 years. I used to go up every week, hang out with him. His kid, who was at the time was about, I don't know, 2, barely 2, just been born. I got to watch him grow up, and Glenn actually asked me to write. He put together this book for his son when he turned 13, when he became a teenager, and the book was just from all of the men that were in his life. Just some advice, just some words of wisdom that his son could take into his life. And so Glenn asked me to write something for that, and
that's wonderful.
Yeah, he's a tremendous man, and unfortunately we've sort of drifted apart over the last few years. Probably last 5-10 years. He's quite a private man, right? He doesn't like being out and about in the world. And
you reckon he's still painting?
He is, yeah, he is. But he plays Saga now. So he's been playing Saga with a couple of other guys, Gavin, whatever his fucking name is.
Hey, maybe that's what we're going to do. Do a Saga army.
So, I was there for this. I watched him paint this vampire. That's a full, basically conversion of about 5 different fucking models. He sculpted so much shit.
This is going really far back.
Yeah.
Are we in the 90s at the moment? Or 2004?
2004. Yeah, these are the ghouls.
The ghouls were awesome.
He did a Vampire Count's army after he did his Wood Elves, and they were unreal. Here's a Spellsinger from his Wood Elf army.
Yeah, the Spellsinger was when he started this is about the time that Sebastian's coming around, and they started entering into a bit of a joust, didn't they?
They did, I think. Yeah, there's Carpo's one. I actually think Glenn was robbed there. He's just better than Carpo.
I've seen the Carpo one in the hand.
Robbed.
The thing about that one in the hand was the banner's pretty insane.
This chaplain was obscene, and it was sort of a weird one. Nobody expected it to. Nobody expected. He was just a fantasy guy, and every now and then he'd just drop out a 40k thing, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Do you want to leave that one on for a sec? That one's got some history on it.
The Black Templar.
The Black Templar's got some history on it. The chaplain.
He weighted it down, Cooge.
So he won. He first off he won Slayer's Sword this year, and it was actually Slayer's Shield. So there's a piece of history for you.
Yep.
The second one is this is probably the first time in Australia in a Golden Demon that a base like this was done on a competitive scale. and it blew people away. And if you remember, it was actually made the front cover of the Golden Demon magazine for that year.
Yeah.
And I reckon, me personally, I would have stared at that bass for, I don't know, who knows how many hours, but yeah.
So
pretty astounding stuff. He really set a trend. Like, he kind of set our scene on fire with doing a bass like that. Everyone was like, "What's this?" And then secondly, yeah.
Do you know what that bass is from?
No, I don't.
That is Artemis, the 54mm scale Inquisitor
Yeah.
figure, the Space Marine. That is the Space Marine.
Statue. Yeah.
As he's used it as a statue. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell because of the shoulder pad and the head and the shield thing at the back.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm telling you this story for a reason. So yeah, Glenn's a wonderful man. He's the first person ever in the world to win 4 Slayer swords. You can see there, he's got 4 Slayer swords, and that was with that Slayer shield that he won. First person to ever win 4. No one had ever done that before. And he was just doing stuff back in that day that nobody was doing.
We've had some titans, haven't we?
Yeah, because we had Victoria Lamb, we had Glenn Lamprecht, we had.
I think the four titans, like titans, would be you'd have to say Victoria,
yeah,
Glenn, Carpo, and I want to say Sebastian.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Carpo on that list, and that's no disrespect to Carpo, but he never really made a splash overseas. He never really achieved to the same level as Vic, Glenn, and Seb did. But you know, that's not to discredit him because he's a phenomenal painter.
And he has I think he's got a sword, doesn't he? He's got 2.
I think he's got 2. Yeah, off the top of my head, he
2
won
swords
2.
and just an absolute swathe.
Yeah. Actually, we can probably find it.
Hey Paul, how are you, mate? Cheers for the birthday well wishes.
Hey, Paul.
I believe it's the vampire. It's the very first one he actually won.
This was open. That was his open category. Fuck. There we go. Carpo.
Yeah.
2 Slayer swords. Big Dano, correct as always. That's a good question. I'm not sure how many Sopa's on.
A lot.
Well, yeah, he may have overtaken now. There's Maxime Penord with that thing, which is fucked, by the way.
The sword or what he did? They're both pretty crazy, aren't they? Maxime Penord. That might be. You know what would be a great stream? Would be talking about the best.
There you go. Only 3, mate. Only 3 for David Soper.
Who's got the most?
I think Glenn's still tied. I don't think there's anyone who's overtaken him. The only Seb might have 4 actually. The only problem Kyle won one. It's not a problem, but the only thing that Glenn never really did. Yeah, Seb's only won 2. He never won overseas.
Yes.
Seb won gold overseas. He didn't win a Slayer sword, but he won gold.
Seb, there's a lot of contention around Seb Skaven, if you remember. Correct me, I thought he actually won Slayer sword, and when we caught up a few months back, he was like, I didn't actually win the Slayer sword, I got the gold for that, and I didn't win the Slayer sword, and there was some contention around the fact that I brought my own fully sculpted miniature.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit controversial at the time. This one right there. Yeah.
Yep. That one. Yeah. So there you go. Little jaunt down memory lane. And the reason I brought that up, I have absolutely no idea. No, I do remember. I'm going to string the bows on that orc.
Nice.
So there you go. Little bowstringing action coming up.
Very nice.
No, because I was inspired by Glenn, who did it so many years ago, and it's still stuck with me to this day. How impactful stringing a bow on a figure can look. Absolutely can change the figure in a positive way. And it's a thing that you wouldn't think. Right? You wouldn't think, oh yeah, putting a fucking bowstring on a model is going to make much of a difference, but it genuinely did. In the same way that like drilling gun holes in bolt guns and shit makes a difference.
People are very passionate about that, aren't they? Drill your bolters.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. Yes, I did. Look, I am old, man. It's my birthday today. I am turning old.
45 today.
Careful, Bucks. I can turn you off in a moment's notice, mate.
Can't silence me, mate.
You're here by my good graces and nothing else. Thanks, Benny.
Benny, are you going to join us, Benny? Come on, mate. You promised visits on the birthday streams. I put this beautiful wine red tie on an ocean blue shirt on, mate, with thoughts of Team Stonebeard.
Thank you, Frog Jim. Okay, let's go. It's time. All right, I'm calling that guy done. Here's these two. They look pretty good together. Best friends. Best friends for life.
I think are they father and daughter? I think they are.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so.
You would know more than I would. I do not know. But those...
They're nice models. You might have inspired me. I've got them sitting over there. I was recently doing a little bit of organising of the collection. Found those ones?
They are very, very good models.
What's the red we're going to use here? Are we going to use Blood Angel Red? Blood Angel Red's pretty good. Or are we going to use Flesh Tear Red?
Planet Earth turns slowly. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at her. Bucks, you've inspired me, mate. Wine red. I'm just going to do wine red right now, mate. I'm going to use it.
We're very proud.
No, actually, fuck you. I'm going to use ocean blue.
Oh,
I've changed it up. Ocean blue. Get in. We're about due mixing up some new airbrush mix in a second. Might not even get through this. Alright. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this chick, but I do know that I just really like the figure, so let's make this outer cloak ocean blue. Here's my advice for that, Jared. Don't have kids, son. It's worked really well for me. Although we're yet to see how it's going to work when I have no kids. And I'm old. And I have no money. And I need them to pay for my things. And they refuse. Okay, let's go.
Great decision. Great decision. You know when you just make a great decision, mate? I said it 3 times just then, but you know that feeling where you're like, yeah,
I do.
Paid off. Instant payoff.
Happens every time I put paint to brush, mate.
Oof. Confidence, baby, confidence.
We've had a bit of time with Hyperborea sitting back there behind me.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, it's always good, isn't it, to sort of come back and have a look after a little bit of time.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. It's definitely not like to a extremely high standard across the whole piece. You know, like to the standard I can paint, but that's never an aspiration of mine when I do a big project like that. You're never like, yeah, can't wait to fucking paint this to fucking slay a sword standard on every piece. It just doesn't happen.
No. We're painting to have fun, mate. We're not painting to not have fun. And on a project like that, You got to find the fun, because there's some moments where it's just absolutely grind central. It's very easy to say yeah, nah.
Yeah, no. Is Bucks a school teacher? To some extent he is, you know.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of time teaching young children. But no, he's not a school teacher.
Maybe it's just my shirt and tie today, mate. Paul, you're in the school of Bucks right now, mate. You just haven't noticed.
10 out of 10.
No, I do. With a bit of my work, I do spend time with young people, helping them out. But I also, before I did that, was a qualified swimming coach and instructor. So I spent a bit of time there as well.
Ah, the man bun.
The man bun.
Good old Glenn Lamprick stories.
Should I wear a man bun to my wedding?
What does your future wife, think about that plan? Bucks?
Oh, I think she'd like it out.
I think there's your answer, mate.
Listen, I've never been one to satisfy her.
Well, as long as you know it.
What's the point of having a laugh if you can't have a laugh at yourself every now and again, eh?
Oh. Could not agree more. But I don't like other people laughing at me, mate. That just won't do.
No?
No. You don't laugh at me. I'm a fucking celebrity.
Hey, Space Toy, how are you, mate?
Hello, Space Toy. Welcome. Welcome to the crazy off-tap world tonight that we're living in. Party Monday. Bucks is going absolutely ballistic on some Eldar. Big Dano is getting very close to finishing a commission that he's been hanging on to since December. Now, I talk a lot about commissions, right? I very rarely accept them, as you know, but when I do, it's unusual for me to have them for more than a couple of days. Like, normally the models arrive and that's it. Like, I just go, cool, I'm going to get this done, bang, and 3 days later, it's done. You know, like, and this one's a great example. I started these on, what was the last stream I did? Sunday?
No, you started them last Wednesday, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, maybe not.
Let me think.
You're at least putting them together.
Oh, no, last Wednesday was definitely...
Was that the last Hyperborea?
Yeah, that was Hyperborea, but I spent the second half of it painting the first model, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't often like have diorama or projects commissioned sitting there for a long time. So it's unusual when I do, and it fucking bums me out. and then you get into a death spiral where you're like, I don't want to do this, but it's sitting there is making me feel like I don't want to do it even more.
I'm just going to say this, and it's probably going to sound a little bit fucking arrogant, and I don't mean it to be, but maybe I do. After you come out of a vortex, a vacuum of just pumping out display models, fucking just doing a batch of models for an army just feels like a walk in the park.
Yep. Well, I do board game stuff, right? I paint board games, I paint these sorts of things, and it's just like a piece of cake. Your brush just fucking dances. Do I find it worth it, Jared? That's an interesting question. Financially, I don't find it worth it, no. Like, I would make more money not doing commissions.
You can do pretty well on commissions, mate.
But that's because of my rules. I don't want to do that many.
Yeah, but you also you have a pretty established rate. You know, that rate you could definitely, if you were times your rate by your work ethic, workload and speed, you would absolutely be able to cut a profit pretty easily.
Yeah, that's fair. But to answer your question, I do find it satisfying because I get to paint models that maybe I wouldn't have painted, and that's where it becomes of worth for me. You know, these figures, I was not going to buy these figures. Just wasn't going to do it. I bought Curse City because I felt the urge to paint Curse City models and paint them, but I wasn't going to go so far as go, I want to get these to, knock those over as well. So this was a chance for me to do some more fun stuff with the theme that I had in the last ones. So yeah, it's a satisfying thing to maybe do some models that I wouldn't have necessarily thought to do for myself. Yeah, definitely buy it. Don't fuck around with that figure. That's 10 out of 10.
Which one?
Fucking Space Toys like, I don't know if I should buy the Spira Mirabilis. You definitely should.
Oh mate, definitely should. There's a bit of there's a bit of spook on painting Spira Mirabilis models, mate. People are sketch on it. They're like, I can't do it justice, or seeing a little bit of it around at the moment.
How many have you painted?
I've only painted 2, but I've got 4 to go now.
Yeah.
And they're not getting painted, not because I'm worried about painting them, I'll tell you that one. You own one of my ones, mate.
That's actually not a Spira. That's a Heroes and Villains.
It's a Heroes and Villains, fair enough.
Thank you.
It is a painter though.
It is a painter. I have the Witches. Oh fuck! Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for the Witches.
Oh, the Witches are coming out. Fuck.
Whoa, the Witches getting nearer. I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, one day for these Witches. And I just haven't felt that day being now. But that's not to say that I won't. Could happen tomorrow. Could crack out the Witches and that's it. I actually promised, so I bought the Witches from another collector. And he made me promise, he's like, look, I'm just not going to paint these. I know you'll paint them. Do me a favour though, just write a step-by-step, write an article about painting the Witches. Ooh, what that experience was like.
What about a little blog?
So I've got a blog. Haven't posted on it in about 3 years. Because I started streaming. And I just...
That is a blog.
ejaculate my thoughts on there.
In front of it.
Yeah.
Do I want to do edge highlight? That's the only question I'm really asking myself on this whole project, eh?
My answer to that question is no, you don't.
Yeah. Volumetric?
If you spend your time, Space Toy, trying not to be influenced by other painters, you will probably never paint another figure, mate. Because everyone is influenced by other painters, just by the sheer volume of figures that we see on any given day. So rather than letting that
yeah, shutting him out, let him in.
let him in, and let him inspire you. Like what I did with Natalia's Space Granny. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that led to a really nice wise woman.
Yeah. Who said that, Bunny? I don't remember saying that to you. But it's a great sentiment.
Yeah, drop the name. Can't be dropping bombs like that without the name.
Ah, yes, Arnow. Your best friend Arnow. Fucking hell.
Should have known.
Should have known. It is good advice. But yeah, if you stop yourself from being inspired by other painters, or if you get nervous about what other painters have done, yeah, you'll end up painting nothing.
Or just cooking yourself every time you do paint something.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, someone else has already done this better. Cool. Fuck, everyone's painted everything better than I've ever painted.
Me too.
No one's painted Ultimate Field Kickstarter better than me though. That's a concrete fact that no one can dispute. Yeah.
I should really have written down this process, shouldn't I, if it's going to be a money?
Ah, the display painter's conundrum right there.
What?
You paint something on a gaming figure and you're like, how the fuck did I do that?
Yeah. Got a sleepwalking little one. Give me 1 sec.
Sure, mate. Let me challenge your thought process there, mate. That is because, once again, you are being influenced by those other painters, but you're being influenced to not do what they've done. Embrace it. Embrace the other painters. Just do something. Wonderful, Bunny. Wonderful advice. Is that also from Arnow? Yeah, that one's a... yeah, why not, mate? Why not try and replicate a bit more? Why not try and use someone's knowledge to help further your own? You know, I think, and acknowledge that fact. G'day, Draker. Yeah, exactly, Cujo. Acknowledge that fact. Don't be like, oh, look at this original idea I came up with, guys. Look, I'm the fucking best painter in the world. Just use it as an opportunity to try and get into the thought processes of someone who's better than you. And yeah, if if that's something that's getting you down, Nata Kiwi Minis, then there's probably something you need to dive into there. So I wrote an article. It's a great article, fantastic article, highly recommended for everyone and anyone that hasn't read it. Go read it now. Magnificent article. One of the topics I talk about is goal setting, right? And if you're getting upset at yourself when you're painting, you're probably just ever so slightly missing the point of painting, and also ever so slightly missing your goals that you need to set yourself. So if you walk into your first ever figure going, yep, I am going to paint a Golden Demon winning entry, I don't think that's going to go well for you. It might, but I'd say it's probably unlikely to. So rather than going into your first figure and going, yep, I'm going to win a Golden Demon entry, most people go, I just want to have a good time, or I just want to learn how to use a paintbrush. Goal setting. If you're getting disappointed at you not being able to replicate an idea that you have in your head, spend some time figuring out why you can't replicate the idea in your head. Is it because you don't have the technical capability? Is it because you don't understand color theory? Is it because you don't have, the right materials, or the right skill set? It's all something that you can understand and something that you can learn. Now, that isn't something that you can learn overnight, and that's one of the frustrating parts, right? That you have to be willing to be patient, you have to make sacrifices. But if you don't have the time to make those sacrifices, then why are you getting upset at yourself for not being able to do it? It's a very interesting psychology components to miniature painting that we probably just need to give ourselves a little bit more space and to not be great and have more fun.
What are we talking about?
Oh, look, Bucks, we're just talking about the great article written by Trent Dennison.
Oh, this article has popped up a lot since I've been coming to this stream.
Look, mate, it's because when you come on, we get deep in the tank.
Yeah. We do. Let me have a look. It is called Lady Annika, right?
Yep, Lady Annika. It is a great model, Jared. You're absolutely right. It is my favourite of this commission. I saved it till last. She's a wondrous beauty. I have looked up Big Deno. What a top bloke he is. You're absolutely right. I wholeheartedly recommend him. That's hey. I probably got a little bit aggressive on you there, mate. Just do yourself. Just enjoy yourself. As I just enjoy painting so much, and I want other people to enjoy it as much as I do. And I think people get way too caught up on results. Way too caught up on results, eh?
I'd agree with that. And that comes back to that question. Ask yourself, why are you doing it? And don't just ask yourself, why are you doing it when you're not doing it? Ask yourself, why are you doing it while you're doing it?
Yep. I'm not painting this model because I can.
Because I'm a banger and I love painting.
I'm glad you're liking the teal, Draker. That makes one of us at the moment. I'm sort of trying to do some ethereal, like, swirly things. It's coming okay. When I talk about that article, right, I always focus on that goal setting part and the sacrifice part, and people, just need to be aware of what they are trying to achieve. But I probably don't focus enough on the I want to achieve, a successful miniature painting competition result, or I want to achieve, to be the best painter in Australia, or I want to achieve the best painter in my family, whatever it is. In Ben's case, he's still trying to be the best painter in his relationship. Come on, Bucks, give me a smile there. That's a good one. I've absolutely stitched him up there.
Well, the thing is, you've run him on that one a few times now, mate. And if you ask him, he wouldn't disagree with you.
So when you do have that goal, of, hey, I want to be better, that is when you sometimes have to go through some of that frustration and pain, because inevitably you'll reach a point where that skill set that you have is not sufficient for what you are trying to do. And that is when you
got to have a ripcord, right? Like, with these bases, as an example, how long have I been doing these fucking bases
fucking
for?
Far too long, mate, for fuck's sake.
Far too long, right? Would be the answer. And I reckon I painted one base 7 times. And even now, at the 7th, I don't think it's quite right.
Yeah.
But I have a ripcord in my brain installed that says, pull me when the pain gets too real, right? And that's not like a give up on the project sort of thing or anything like that. It's just a little.
My ripcord that says that's in my pants, mate.
Is it? There you go. That was a good one. But that ripcord allows you to pull out and go, hey, I've given it a red hot go. I'm not going to beat myself up. I've already been experiencing some pain on this as it is. I've got plenty to go on with elsewhere. And when I fill that bar back up of motivation to come back and do this, I will, If that makes sense.
It does.
It was a little bit roundabout, but
it's such a fascinating thing, right? Because that diorama project, right? There is no way, hand over my heart, I can say I enjoyed every moment of that. I did not.
No, that's a lie. That would be a blatant lie.
But that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the process. It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the result. It doesn't mean I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve out of it. So, we talk about paint because you love it, paint because you enjoy it. But there has to be a component of that where you go paint to finish something, because it is only through finishing things that we will really grow, develop, progress.
Yeah, not all the skills from painting come from fun. You know what I mean? Discipline doesn't come from fun. Discipline comes from grinding it out, and endurance and patience comes from toiling away at something that isn't fun or isn't filling your hobby box up or whatever the case may be. Like I've always thought like in the form of sort of skill trees or attribute bars when it comes to painting, right?
Oh, interesting. This is a new one.
And I think about the attributes or skills that I want to fill up. And I see it like a video game sometimes.
This is a good one. It's a good thing. I'm enjoying it.
So if we have a think about some of the skills that might be on your bar.
Brush control,
airbrushing,
colour theory,
basting, colour theory, stamina, knowledge, like hobby product knowledge, what else can you put on there? You know, we can go real basic. You know, base coding, edge highlighting, fundamentals, or we can just lock them in at fundamentals. We can just call them that.
Yeah. Value, light,
light, OSL, blending, wet blending, two brush blending.
A lot of bars, fucking Buxy. A lot of bars.
A lot of things, isn't there? There's heaps, isn't there, mate? And if I try to do them all at once, I'm going to fail.
Indeed.
So maybe I'll just isolate one. You know, and this week is I'm trying to just work on this, trying to get that done, trying to skill up in this area. And you know, as you get onto some of these, you know, improvements and level ups, you know, as you go up, it's going to be some that you rub up against that are a little bit hard to get over.
Textures and freehand in one cooch.
And sometimes, at that point, it's better to go and start skilling up some of those other bars across the hobby field, across your attributes, because you never know, in skilling those up, it might help you with what you are having a hard time with a little bit further back.
It's a really good point, Draker, but you ever tried telling a younger version of yourself that? To be patient and to just, you know, learn to have discipline, and it's just such a hard thing. I've used this analogy before. It's like miniature painting or any task that you want to achieve something at. There's an element of people seeing, you know, the top of the mountain, right, and going, yeah, awesome, I want to be on that mountain, but they don't see the climb that gets you there.
Miley Cyrus, mate.
I love a bit of Miley, as you well know.
I can finish that quote verbatim. No, it's the truth though. It's the truth. We all see the people at the top of the mountain and say, how do I get there? I want to be there. You don't really focus on the climb.
It is a big climb, right? It's gonna take a long time. I mean, I've been on the climb for 5 years.
Yeah.
Still a lot of shit I'm very bad at. And
mate, the climb doesn't end. That's the point.
Yeah. Unless
the climb goes forever.
Unless you're Kirill Knave.
Want to get off. Nah, mate. He's still climbing.
He does.
His climb is different to everyone else's though, because his climb there's no ground underneath him anymore.
Yeah.
He has to lay the ground out in front of him.
He's dead set Wile E. Coyote, eh? He's off the cliff and he's just walking in fucking thin air.
Yeah, just laying out that land in front of him, figuring out, you know, step by step.
He just don't look down.
And that thing that people maybe forget is, like, for him to make breakthroughs must be so hard. Because he already knows so much.
Yeah. The point that I'm trying to make and that we're trying to make on this wild divergence is it's okay to paint for fun. It's okay to paint for improvement. Try to understand what it is. That's not the case, no. I reckon.
No, not all of them. A good chunk of them, but not all of them.
I reckon it's probably less than half that have that sort of background. Most of the top miniature painters are just dudes who've come up through Little Toy Soldier painting like us, mate. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, just Warhammer players or whatever that just ended up diving into this. You know, you do get some of those people that intersect with art.
Can anyone throw their hands up in the chat who's like that? I mean, Deno and I obviously are.
Craftworld is one of the ones that are gamers but have art backgrounds. So, depending on your perspective, they cross a little border. So, thank you for the note there, Mulman. Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed Big Dano's birthday today.
Mate, this is a setup.
What?
Whenever Mulman comes in with something like that, I feel like he has something prepared. Knew it.
Oh, let's go and have a look in the old fucking voice chat shit, eh? What's he
done?
What's he stomping out for us now, the little fuck?
Here's something I prepared earlier. It's coming.
A little something he prepared earlier. What a fucker.
Beautiful. Have you saved it?
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you, my old man, as always, outdoing yourself. Yeah, I think that's a good general piece of advice, Draco. Most people that have achieved success have done that through macho effort. Not everyone. Every now and then you get a person who's like, oh yeah, I've only been painting for 2 years, and they're a fucking Jets. That's okay.
Tell you what, they still will have dedicated a whole bunch of time. It's just not one of those hobbies I don't think that you can...
They've probably been prepared by life in different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So Bucks.
Yeah, mate.
TS80. Tamiya.
TS80. Yep.
You got some down there?
The great TS80, the cans.
Yeah.
I've got 2 spare cans. Why, you need some?
No, I've got 2 spare cans left. But I go through it.
I've got 4 cans total. 1 can's nearly depleted. 1's about a third down, and then I've got 2 full ones.
There's none up here. You got any shoppos near? You got some?
I'll do a scout for you, mate. If they do, I'll pick you some up.
Wonderful. Drakey, this is actually a commission, yes. Let me show you the rest of the commission because it's pretty much finished, which is cool. These 2 friends. Ha! I will shoot you with my crossbow and burn you with my sword.
That's about the only time that I want to withhold information from the hobby community, mate, by the way.
TS80. Ratman!
Just TS80 or there are certain products that just go wild. Just as I'll go back in the day.
Big beastie guy with his hand in a cup. Yes.
And everyone's buying it up and you can't get your hands on it.
A wolf lady. Yes, I'm so wolfy. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Wolf Gran.
Wolf Granny. That is good advice, yes. I love going to galleries and looking at painters. I think I've actually referred Bucks and a couple of other people a piece of artwork that I saw when I went to the Sydney Sydney, where was it? The Sydney Museum. No, I don't know what it's called.
Great lesson involved in that little piece of artwork. A few lessons actually when you think about it. There's a bit of a lesson about ego in that artwork as well, I think.
Yes, I think they look pretty good too, mate. Which is always a good sign when you're a fan of your own work. When you got tickets on yourself, good for you. Well, I did some pretty wanky research when I was over in Europe last time. I was preparing for a piece. The Temple of the Elements, and there's actually a room in Florence in a castle or something, it's called the Room of the Elements, and it's got 4 elements. There's a whole room of just artwork based around the elemental things, and it was fucking awesome. And I looked at that for inspiration for my thing. DC actually, you'd be surprised. Like, I don't know that he's been painting for like fucking 25 years or anything, but he's grown up on Games Workshop, mate. Like
DC.
Yeah.
DC's been in and around it forever.
Yeah. he's enoughy for the game. So, you know, he might not have been painting display models for a long, but yeah.
I mean, he's been painting display models for an easy 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But he is someone in our scene who was associated with getting real good real quick.
There is ways you can fast track your improvement, you know, like there's ways you can get better quicker.
Yeah, coming to the stream's a pretty good one.
I wouldn't go that far.
Didn't we just say we got tickets on ourselves?
I got tickets. All right, let's do purpley skin tone for this chick. Purple. And then we'll give her a face mask that's a real mask. Yes, I love it. I love it.
Community is a great way to get good quick. Expedite the process a little bit.
Well, if you go back to that article once again, actively seek feedback is one of my rules that I recommend, because yeah, you need to have other people looking at your models for you to get better. That is a simple truism. Let's zoom in a bit here, friends. That's too far. Can we get there? Oh, I want exposure. You're a fuckwit, Deno. Oh, you're a fuckwit. The feedback piece, yeah. I mean, I'll talk about it in the article a lot, but it's because what you're doing when you're getting feedback is you're getting someone challenging your way of thinking. If the feedback that you're getting is, wow, looks great, mate, you're not getting good feedback. You're getting shit feedback. You need to get feedback from different.
Well, you're getting praise, like you're not really getting feedback, right? Yeah. Which is fine as well. If someone really likes what you've done,
tell them to buy the fucking thing.
It's a great place to start, isn't it? But
no, because what you need is for your brain to create new neural pathways, for you to have a different perspective. You need to have someone say, this is something you could do differently, and this is why. Because that whole process then creates you a learning opportunity. Now, whether you take that learning opportunity, up to you. You know, I certainly don't take on every piece of feedback I get, but thinking about it is what you need to do. You need to have that process where someone's saying, this is bad, here's why, and you're going, okay, I don't think that's bad, here's why I did it, in your head. Don't try and justify yourself to other people. And go, yeah, that is something I need to change or tweak or whatever. I love feedback. I don't get it enough these days.
I'm trying to be better with giving more feedback. It's different when you send feedback up the chain though, versus to the side of you or back down.
Well, you know the best way to go around that space, Toy? Make it solicited. Would you like some feedback on this piece? Someone says, no. You go, great piece, thank you. Someone says, I'd love some feedback, and I doubt you would get many people who would say, no, I don't want any feedback at all. However, you might get people not real happy when you're like, yeah, your model sucks, mate. Nicky Jaguar. I will indeed be incorporating the red, yes. You can expect that to happen very soon. Probably. Thank you, Nicky Jaguar. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. And very much appreciated when you told everyone at work as well. Fucking mug.
You're just getting stitched up on all fronts.
Stitch up. Yeah, that's fair, Cujo. That's a fair observation, mate. Artistic Ape. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the follow. You can share the song if you want, Randall. I haven't signed up to Cujo's $8 million level Patreon where he does give feedback, mate. So I don't think I've ever gotten any Cujo feedback, but he is a tremendous painter, so it doesn't surprise me that he gives excellent feedback.
Good teacher as well. Don't you reckon?
Yes, I do reckon. I think he's a tremendous
I like
teacher.
the way he looks at things, thinks about things. Quietly, I've been watching Cooge for a while, eh? I think
Yeah.
Cujo did it. Cujo, you did an infinity base painting video that I checked out easily 6 or 7 years ago, I want to say. Maybe 6 years ago. And utilised it for a small little Dark Angel.
Oh, Mittens!
A while back.
Everyone should go follow Mittens. Thank you, Rex. Thank you, Spotty Shark. Thank you. You're all wonderful people. I'm just painting this model. It's not very interesting. It's very good. Things by Diana. Thank you. I love these little piglets. Excellent. I'm just painting these models from this commission I'm doing. Oh, that's my fucking exposure's gone to shit now. Come on, Darren.
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was you, Cujo. I'm almost positive.
Definitely wasn't Cujo. He's never done 25. No, I'm not 25.
I feel like it was like a US Ariadna biker. Yeah, it's the Mars one, Cooge.
I'm painting these great people for a commission and it's almost finished. I am 39 years of age today, great people. 39. And if I could go back and give young Deno some advice, it would be, Deno, stop being you, mate.
Calm down, young Deno.
Calm down.
Right? Just calm down,
Just
son.
have a relax. Have a fucking relax, mate. I am your father, Ben, yes. General, you are my father.
Yeah, 39, mate.
It's a good wicket.
Yeah, it's a good run.
I
feel good about 36.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a nice little ring to it, 36, eh?
Yeah, you pass the hump of the 30s into the 40s.
Yeah.
The one under the tree, oh wow. Oh yes, that was an occasion. So I don't even think I told the story about that time where I got really drunk the night for a tournament. I've told a lot of those stories, but maybe I didn't tell this one. But look, back in my younger days, I used to really get on the sauce, particularly on tournament weekends. And this one tournament, all the tournaments back in the old days, the Warhammer days, they used to have grudge matches. So you'd be able to challenge someone that you wanted to face in round one. Now, there used to be a little terminology we used to use around that, which is called bunny hunting. So if someone was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to grudge fucking newbie guy, like, just so they could sneak a quick early victory.
They need to get towed up for that one.
Yeah. So yeah, we used to call that bunny hunting. So that was frowned upon. Didn't happen very much, but there was always.
Have you ever done it?
No. People used to do it to me though. I was the bunny back then.
Oh, okay.
No, not really. But there was this one guy who I'd met at a tournament, and he's a fucking wonderful bloke, right? He's just a lovely man. And we met at this tournament. We had a fucking fantastic weekend. His name was Phil Armour. And yeah, seal clubbing. Club some baby seals. Anyway, so Phil Armour, I've met at this tournament. I was like, this guy's great. What a fucking legend. And he spent the next few months just absolutely tearing me up on Wargame Rayu. Like, just tearing absolute strips off me in a good-natured way. But he was relentless. He was relentless. And he was talking about how he was going to fucking beat me in this fucking next tournament. And he was like, let's have a grudge match dinner. I'm going to fucking smash you.
Warhammer days?
Oh, yeah, Warhammer. Yes, Warhammer.
Yeah, Warhammer days, yeah.
And I was playing Empire at the time. Crazy.
Oh, with your 3 steam tanks?
Yeah. No, I didn't have 3 steam tanks. No, I had a nice balanced list. Some halberdiers, a couple of cannons, a Hellblaster, is it called a Hellblaster? Yeah, Hellblaster. Volley gun. I didn't have a steam tank.
Yeah, Hellblaster volley gun.
Yeah, so it was just a nice balanced list. Electric count on a horse.
Electric count with a rune. What were they called? Rune Fang?
No, I don't think I had a Rune Fang. I didn't rate the Rune Fang because what I was trying for was a balanced approach. Anyway, so Phil Armour and I stayed at the same guy's house for a tournament. So we were staying at Lachlan's house, and we absolutely got on it. And I reckon it was 3 a.m. the night before the tournament. We're due to get up and have a fight. He's just been feeding me drinks all night. Right? He's like, Deno, have another shot, mate. Yeah, here you go. He's just fucking giving them to me. We're in Lockie's fucking balcony, right? Just playing computer games and playing I don't know what we were doing, but there was this fighting game he had. I don't know what it was, but he'd unlocked this secret character which looked like Gandalf, but you got to name your own character, so he called him Spamdolf, which is quite amusing. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I've gotten up to Lockie's computer. This is back before mobile phones were a big thing, and I'm absolutely on Wargame Rayu. I'm like, Phil, it was called an open letter to Phil Armour. I started this thread, and I was like, Phil, I'm gonna fucking spam dolph all over your ass tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. You fucking useless Empire of the Bet. Just tearing,
getting amongst
it in a massive way. It's 3 a.m. I got spelling mistakes galore through this fucking. And then
you're being hammered.
So we get up the next morning, and I am so dusty. I can barely handle life. And Phil's just sort of sitting in the car. He's just chuckling to himself. He's like, oh, Deno, you're so young and naive.
Was he on the waters?
Yeah, I know. He'd just been feeding me, mate. He'd just been giving it to me all night, and he obviously knew how to handle himself a little bit better.
Yeah.
So we're driving to the tournament. I'm like, mate, you got to pull over. I'm done. So we pulled over. Deno's had a little break, and then we've stopped at McDonald's, and I couldn't handle any food, so no. I got a orange juice. So I have an orange juice, thanks. And we get to the tournament, and I puke the orange juice up. It was an awful decision. So I'm setting up my army, right, and my head's down, like I'm pulling models out of the bag, and I'm just like, oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god. And I'm barely see straight. I'm sweating. I'm just like, oh fuck. And he's gonna beat me too, and then he's never gonna let me live it down. So Lockie, the good bloke that he is, came over and he brought a dry piece of bread over to me. It's like a bread roll. Here you go, mate. So I'm just chewing on this dry piece of bread, and I reckon it took me about an hour to eat it. One piece of bread. It was not good. It was not good. That was how bad it was. But anyway, long story short, I pulled out a win. I pulled out a 13-7 win, which was a solid victory back in the day. And
how quickly were you banned from Wargamer AU after that?
Well, they locked the thread, and you couldn't comment on it at about 9 a.m. But about 7 people had read it, and they'd commented on it, and they were like, Deno's fucked. Deno is absolutely fucked. And that is a correct statement. But I still put out the win. And so the final post in the thread was, someone said, how did it end? And someone posted, it ended with Deno spewing orange juice in the garden, struggling to stand upright, and still managed to pull out a 13-7. The man's a legend. I tried to find that thread a few months ago. It's called, because I remember the title of the thread. It's called An Open Letter to Phil Armour. And I couldn't find it because Wargame Radio's been taken down. But I was like, surely somewhere on the internet that'll still exist.
Is it still going, Wargamer? Is it still around?
No. Wargame Radio as it was is gone.
Who were the mods? Did you know the mods?
I knew a couple of them, yeah. A couple of them banned me. And they were mates of mine. They were like, Dan, I've got to ban you. I was like, fuck off, man. What have I ever done to you? They're like, well, you just posted some shit, mate. You just posted some fucking shit. You're not allowed to post that. And I was like, yeah, fair play. Fair play. Oh, Wayback Machine. Alright, I'm going to go see if I can find it. Ooh. Alright, we got something here. It could be on here.
We on something?
Could be on. I have tried drunk painting, yeah.
I like that. I like that tempo, that pitch change, like we're out in a boat fishing, mate.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so great! Oh my god, it's gonna be on here. It's gonna be on here. This is fucking tremendous. I'm gonna find Phil Armour.
Is it still there?
You can go on Wayback Machine. Oh. No! Let me fucking search. It's not gonna let me search. Fuck, when was that tournament?
What tournament was it? Was it like dog or something?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not letting me. It's saying there's not enough fucking juice. Man, this is classic. This is classic stuff. European Team Championships. Oh, it must have been like 2006. Let's try 2006. I did try drunken painting. It wasn't fun.
That doesn't work, eh?
It's tough. It's a tough gig.
Some people love it.
Oh no. This is a great Wayback Machine. How good is it? Oh, this is gold. This is gold stuff.
Daka doesn't mind having a couple just to steady the hand, get a bit of circulation in there, he said.
That's not a bad one. These are from, what army are these from, Bucks? I don't actually know.
They're from Soul Blight Grey Mods.
Thanks, Bucks.
They are the Virkos bloodline, which is a whole bunch of vampires bitten by the same old wench.
Is it by Wolf Lady?
Yeah, she turned them originally, and then like Radika, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the OG. Off the top of my head.
I would have thought Radika was the OG.
No, I think she is. Because Radika's kind of like the brute, you know.
Yeah, right.
She's like an ancient. You know, like a Victor from, or Marcus from Underworld. Sort of. Elder. Is that what they call them? Elders?
Yeah. Man, you've dropped a fucking great film on us there. Underworld.
Beautiful stuff.
Kate Beckinsale. Unreal.
Just wonderful. God, they went to shit that film as soon as they pulled Michael Corvinus out of it.
Oh.
Get him back, mate. Like, great story.
Aaron Eckhart, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
No, who was it then?
Some other guy.
The guy who looked like Aaron Eckhart then.
Yes.
You sure?
Positive. Go look it up. You're gonna need to.
Scott Speedman. He looks a lot like Aaron Eckhart, though, I've got to tell you.
He looks nothing like Aaron Eckhart.
Oh
mate.
my god, are you on drugs?
You are fried.
What is wrong with you?
You're reaching.
Alright, well. You and I are no longer friends.
If that's what must be, that's what must be.
Yeah, I know, I like those movies a lot, eh? Yeah, Magnus was the redhead, wasn't he?
Marcus. Yeah. Victor was, what's his name?
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, yeah. Nye.
See you, Nicky Jakes.
Famous line you remember in the first movie when he wakes up and he's like, "What's all that ruckus?" Like, oh shit. Fucking.
I do like Bill
Kick some
Nye.
ass. Ooh.
I've been
Well,
watching.
mate, we are powering through these Elder.
I've been watching. You know how I like watching people watch movies and shit on YouTube. What's that called?
Yeah.
Like reaction videos.
Like reactions.
Yeah. Well, I've just finished watching some people reacting to the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
All 5 of them. Fuck, they were good films. Do you remember how good they were?
Which ones?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Like 3 of them were really good. One of them was okay, and one was not great.
Yeah,
I think.
the last one was not great, and
Correct.
and that's okay.
But like not Dead Man's Chest.
The
At
second,
World's End, was it?
the second and third ones
The
are
third one was called At World's End, wasn't it?
unbelievable movies. Unbelievable.
That the scene the where they're fighting in the maelstrom. Oof,
Yeah.
great stuff.
What about Keira Knightley just going hoist the colours? Hoist the colours! Chills, mate. Fucking chills.
I always remember the song, you know.
Yeah.
Yo ho, thieves and beggars.
Got me a little bit pumped for maybe rewatching Black Sails, mate.
Oh, really? Would you give it another run?
Oh, I run my rewatcher, right? Like I like
Yeah.
just curling up with a good book that I've read before. You know,
Yep.
reliving those glorious moments again. And yeah, I particularly like doing that with TV shows, especially, I mean, good ones. Like I don't just go and rewatch shit.
Where do you find the time? That's the one thing I just never find enough time for. Is
I
that
don't have children.
great
I
point?
don't have children. Children are not for me. Awesome. Johnny Depp's just fucking glorious in those films. Like if there's ever been a guy born to play a role,
Barbosa, mate. Jeffrey Rush's Barbosa was just as good.
mate, that's what I'm saying. You look
Yeah.
back and just go, fuck, they were good movies, eh? They really were.
Strong cast, and you had really good supporting acts, like the skinny one-eyed pirate and the gronky short tubby one. You know.
The skinny one-eyed pirate
Office guys,
from
they're
The
from
Office.
Office? Was it The Office?
Yeah, he's from The
Yeah.
Office. Yeah, he was the guy who played Dwight in the UK version.
Yeah.
Hey, now was it Top posted a fucking picture in the chat in top of the news the other day of a Wizard of Oz thing. Where was that from?
Pedro Fernandez.
Was it Pedro? Wow.
Hey, have you seen the Anestia thing that's coming soon? Kickstart?
The Chimera one?
Is it Chimera? With like, it's got like trolls, Rackham trolls and barbarians?
If it's Chimera, that's the one I've seen. That's the one I asked them to send me some pictures of. And they've stooged me.
It's a board game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, in that case, I've seen it, but I haven't looked into it yet.
Interesting. It looks like some cool stuff. What's this here from Mindworks?
The Medusa.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I have seen it.
I
Yes.
haven't seen this one. This one's sick.
It's a maybe. Oh, hang on. Is it? Oh, yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, this is the one. So the other one is Pedro Fernando.
Ah, the link is a lie. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's the one that he posted in the chat. And I was like, this is legit. I need to get on this, I think. I love Wizard of Oz, man. Like, it's one of my favourites.
Yeah. Good. It's a good source. I want to paint the robot here more than anything, but I think you got to paint them all together, eh?
Where's oh, he's back there.
It's in, man.
Oh fuck, I'm in.
Toto's there. Yeah.
Yep, I'm in. That's
Lock him in.
That's got Big Dino written all over it. That one.
Yeah.
That is just bread and butter.
You know what? I might even be in for that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I need to rip the band-aid off, don't I, on 75 mils. I've got a weird mind block for them.
Yeah, it's time. It's time for it to go.
I don't know why. I don't even know why it's there, right? I have no idea.
No clue. Alright, so I am reasonably happy with this so far. What we need to do is the non-metallic metal bits. Maybe I'll just make that black a little bit more black.
But I'm pretty happy with the progress tonight.
Good, mate. Yeah, you managed to do some painting on the stream for a change.
Yep.
Good. Normally Bucks gets on and he can't paint and he's like distracted and he's like, oh.
More chatty. No, I have to, because I haven't been getting enough painting in over the week, you know what I mean, when we do streams, so I have to adapt. I like the challenge.
Oh, thanks, Scarabost. That's very kind of you, mate.
I think we're going to go with cold white, mate. Cold white.
Wow.
Easy done. I don't know if I'm a fan of this hair colour.
It's just my natural hair colour, mate. What are you talking about?
It's the same colour palette as the Cleggy girl. You're running it back.
Someone's just texting me on my work phone. That's never a good sign. It's fucking 9 o'clock, guys. Thank fuck. It's just someone for the chat group. Just posting some funny shit. Great. All right. I've been enjoying dark crimson colours for these friends. Really liked that crimson I did on the cheeks. I've started with the dark red, really dark, almost black, and then I'm putting black red, and then I'm going to use black red mixed with a little bit of orchid light, a little bit of purple, and that's it. And it looks.
You know what colour's been just growing on me at rapid rate?
Yeah.
Just burgundies, just various, like varying shades of burgundy. And the P3 range has really been growing on me lately as well.
Yeah, I used a lot of P3 in my time. They're reasonable colours. I don't have any problems with P3. Well, maybe I'll pull some out and show you two-brush blending one day soon.
Yeah, you said you were going to do it.
And then just a little bit of orchid light mixed in with this black red. We get a magnificent dark red colour. It's glorious, glorious.
Now the question is, should I pop all of these guys off their base? I used very little glue to put them on and do some really nice scenic base stuff for them? Or should I just really just phone it in?
Alright, are you going to be willing to do scenic based stuff for a whole army?
Yeah, I reckon I would. I think I would. I'm not talking going too crazy, you know.
Mate, I've seen you sculpting rocks for the last 2 months, so...
Good point, good point. How do you feel about some Eldar, right, on some cobblestone? Let's do it. Anyone need any cobblestone?
You ever sculpted Wraithbone?
Ooh, that would be nice. Maybe I could find some prints. If I only had a dear friend in the state who would just print me off, you know, couple of bits and bobs.
If I only had a friend. I reckon I'm about to pull the trigger on finishing this this commission. How good's that?
Pretty good. That stamina bar's filled up pretty high these days, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's printer is also Struggle Town at the moment.
A working printer, what's happened now, mate?
Mate, he's cooked himself. Trying to get the orange stuff to work has absolutely cooked him.
Yeah. He really went all the way in, eh? He put his whole pussy in it. I had to say it.
How's that meme?
like that.
How's that meme in the memes thing with Gordon Ramsay's
Yeah.
wife? Oh my god, I fucking nearly died. Friends, if you're all not in the Dirty Paint Water In, it's my Discord channel. It's tremendous. Highly recommend it. You can get a link from somewhere. I don't really know. I don't really understand how Discord works. but it's great.
There's some wonderful channels in the Dirty Paint Water Room. The meme channel's fantastic.
Oh, Wes is on the case. Good on you, Wes. What a bloke.
Oh, Wes. Eat ass and go fast, Bunny. You know it. That's a mantra. If ever I did hear one.
It is most definitely not actually my Discord, but I do like to claim that it is. And usually I get banned from Discord for a few days for saying it. So.
Does that private Discord still exist with just you and Benny?
Can I just show you something?
Yeah.
It's called Big Dano's Time in the Sun, right? And,
Yeah.
I'll shoot you. It's just, no, not that. This. So this is welcome to Big Dano's Time in the Sun.
Yeah.
This is the
Population, Big Dano,
Yeah.
and one NX Layton.
It's just the two of us, right? So,
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! I lost my shit today. There you go. That should be fine. So yeah. So when he started this tremendous thread, it was just Big Dano saying how great he is, and then it's just died. Right? No one's posted it until today, when Big Dano gave himself a birthday wish at Big Dano's Time in the Sun.
Look at that. Look at Cal Drogo.
And then Benny's just got Oh, that's a rock solid effort from everyone involved, i.e. Ben and myself. Well done. 10 out of 10. Oh, great stuff.
You should tell everyone why it was hatched as well. That was hatched because Deno, when he gets on a bit of fire under him, he gets on a bit of a rant about Discords and how many fucking Discords there are. There's 9 million fucking Discords,
Yeah.
and I don't pay attention to any of them.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Why don't I just have my own Discord? All about me.
Where it's just me. And so Benny created Big Dano's Time in the Sun, which is all Big Dano all the time. So if you really want to be in the Discords, if you really want to be where it's at for Discords, it's right there.
That's your all-time favourite Discord too.
Fuck, I crashed up, mate. Alright. I think I had enough of the mucking around shit. Let's do some red airbrush. Oh yeah. What was that when I posted the picture for myself? Because you wouldn't have. I just kept it. I kept it on there because I've only got like 10, and then I just saw it. I was like, oh fuck, Big Dano's Time in the Sun. Benny will appreciate this. I'm glad. What a bloke. What a bloke Big Dano is.
Oh, you're right. In our short time all knowing each other, we've had some fucking good times already, haven't we?
We have.
Fuck me. We can't be having a random fucking hair on a helmet. That's weird.
Wes, it is in actual fact my birthday right at this very moment, my friend. well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like Buck's.
It goes pretty hard. This rig.
Cause I gotta think twice before Butts puts his rig away. Thanks, Joe Paul. And the Khal Drogo picture tops it off, right? Because I shared the Khal Drogo story with you great people.
Yeah. Khal Drogo.
Which you all found endlessly amusing.
Yeah. It's funnier than philodendrons, I will say. And philodendrons is pretty fucking funny.
The philodendrons is a banger. Oh, I love the internet.
Yeah, you haven't given me a new one since I gave you the last one. That's a good laugh, wasn't it?
Which one?
The mullet man.
Yeah, he was alright, but it was no philodendrons. Come on now.
No, he's not on that level, but
This is my patented red glow technique, friends. Airbrush to set the light, white paint to add real intensity and power.
they're known as red tensity.
That's a good call. Am I going to see Darren Hayes? Wow. Mole Man, Savage Garden's greatest hits tonight.
Just quietly, I'd like to update you. 40k points right now.
So we're aiming for 100k now, aren't we? Because you know,
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a model, right?
Yeah.
Wes, I turned 39 this year, my friend. 39. It's an old man. Oh, mole man. Do I feel wiser? I can answer that one truthfully and say I do feel significantly wiser, yes. Not from yesterday to today, but certainly from
Young dinner to old dinner.
5 years ago to now. It's just the chalk and cheese.
You were still a mad lad 5 years ago.
Well, I took my current role with my business that I work for 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And in those 6 years, I've gotten married, gotten divorced, moved back in with my parents, moved out by myself, bought a house, managed a team of 60 people, managed a team of 12 people, managed a team of 25 to 30 people, become a display painter. Become a display painter, and really drilled down on my priorities as a human being. Met my new girlfriend, become the organiser for a fucking painting convention.
Yeah.
It's just all happened.
Live streamer.
Yeah, did my streaming. So what wisdom have I learned in the last 12 months? That's a good question, Wes. Let me see if I can answer that for you, mate. Well, I think the thing that jumps out to me, obviously, in the last 12 months that I've done has been streaming. And the wisdom that I've learned through that particular process has been really drilling down on why I do this, why I paint, why I stream, why I do any of that stuff. and it's given me a much better appreciation for the hobby that I have and the life that I have. I'm very, very fortunate with the life that I have, the friends that I have, and I have a pretty
So you get out what you put in, right? You put out all these positive things, and you get positive things back. Do you ever think like I've just been sent to you, mate?
No, I definitely don't think that.
Like your reward for all of this is just like the clouds parted, like doves just and I came down, and was like, hey, how you going, mate?
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think that.
Well, it's fact, so it doesn't matter if you think it or not.
So my answer is really valuing my time. I read a fantastic piece of advice the other day. My parents, my mum and dad. My dad's 64, my mum's 62. They're about 12 months, 2 years away from retirement. And if we work on an average number of times I see them, which is probably, conservatively 5 times a year, if they were to live to their life expectancy, I would have approximately 75 more visits with my parents in my entire life. And that is not a large number. And that is a depressing reminder that life is short. Value your time. So I've set a monthly date with my parents now, so I'm going to turn that 75 into 500 odd. Assuming you never know what's going to happen, right? And then the other one that I really resonated with this year was the story of a Chinese farmer, which is a video I saw on Instagram, and it was just about this dude who life dealt him a pretty bad blow. His horse died, or his horse broke its leg, and so he couldn't go out on the farm and use his horse, and everyone was like, oh no, that's awful. But then he was able to sell that horse to a guy who was coming around, and he got heaps of money out of it, and everyone in the village was like, oh wow, it's actually a good thing your horse died. And then his son fell over and broke his leg, and everyone was like, oh no, it's awful, your son can't help you do your farm. And then the next day the military came around and they were looking to recruit able-bodied men, and obviously his son was no longer an able-bodied man. So the lesson in the little anecdote was you can't judge a situation as good or bad. Things just are. What you make of that situation, that's your choice. That's up to you. So
actually had a really good chat with one of my closest friends based on the conversation about time and tournaments, as he was attending a tournament over the weekend. And although he was, he was okay, and he wasn't totally pumped for the event, but we sort of talked about that whole concept of time and how you spend your time. Specifically, if you remember, we were having a chat about dropping from events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, rolling that around.
Yeah.
It's a good chat. Ultimately, it is your time. And if you're not enjoying how you're spending your time, you kind of have to look out for yourself,
Yeah, you're the only person who's responsible for it, no one else. So there you go, Wes. That's my wisdom that I've accrued in the last 12 months. More value on the time that I have with my family, with my friends, and with my streaming, and and more value on accepting things as they are, good or bad, and making the best of them. And I will say this though, I feel like I've learned similar lessons multiple times, but every time I have a realization, it feels like I have a deeper understanding of that. To talk about my marriage for a little bit, when that happened, I was like, this is fucked. I don't want to feel like this again. Fuck everything, blah blah blah. But it made me reevaluate, what was important to me in life, and how I wanted to spend my time, and my current relationship's very, very good. I like it. But, so that was a realisation that I had back then. I had the same realisation this year, time's valuable, spend it on things that matter, but with a deeper understanding versus then and now. So, very good, very good. My advice is don't get old, friends.
Get even.
Yeah.
Don't get old, get even. Go fast, eat ass.
It's better to burn out than fade away. Nah. I am a much happier person with who I am now than I ever was when I was younger. Fuck, it's got maudlin in here. Fucking hell, Wes. What are you doing to me, mate?
What's going on, mate? I'm trying to throw zingers in here. I'm literally opening myself up here for you to just fucking have cracks at me by throwing, and backs, and you're just like, nah, don't want to bar it. You just want to just go deep and deeper and deeper. We're on the fucking bottom of the ocean right now. There's megalodons swimming around us right now, mate. Gives up. Gives out.
My girlfriend, she fucking loves the movie The Meg, and she can't explain.
She does.
She can't explain why. She's like, I fucking love The Meg. I'm like, why? It's just a shit movie, right? It's just a fucking movie about a big fucking prehistoric shark, and she's like, yeah, it's the fucking best. What is wrong with you? She's a fucking legend.
This is where you lurk, Ben. It is just waiting in the depths, mate.
Concur.
In the dirty Paintwater Inn, there is, yeah. The DPI is a wonderful place.
Why'd you just join, Jared?
Have a bit of a laugh. It's a great place to get help. Is that what you're referring to?
It's awesome, Jared. Yeah, no, it's good people. I actually think most of them met through either my stream or Ben's stream, so yeah, some wonderful people. Some absolute fuckwits as well, though, right?
There has been a couple of peanuts along the way.
Well, I'm still in there for starters.
Oh. It's all for status, mate. You're in the recruitment wing of DPI.
See, Jared, this is the same, mate. I don't fucking get Discord, mate. It's like, I've got fucking 20 of them, and I'm like, why? Why have I got so many of these fucking things? I'll look in maybe one a day, if I'm lucky, if I remember.
It's a lie.
That is a lie.
We've had a long-standing theory that Deno sees all.
I am pushing 40. Well said, well said. I'll cop that one. No, I am annoyingly observant sometimes, aren't I?
I don't think it's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Well, not for us, but maybe. But I don't know, for your missile or something.
Oh yeah. She thinks I'm the world's biggest pest.
Mate, I'm setting a breakneck pace here.
I am an absolute pest. It's time for some snow. Can you believe I cranked out 2 fucking figures on tonight's stream? 3 hours, 2 figures to this standard. What a magnificent painter I am. Discord's been good, like being able to, yeah, as you said, Wes, catch up with people and have chats. Occasionally play some computer games with my friends, being able to talk to them. That's about all I use it for. I literally only figured out that you could join, because I'm a Patreon subscriber of like 3 people. I only figured out that you could join their Discords by linking your Discord with your Patreon thing. So I figured that out the other day, and now I've finally got like 3 other Discords that I'm on: Sergio's and Craftworld and Natalia. They're all rubbish. Dirty Paint Water's where it's at.
The DPI has got to be one of the most active Discords I've seen.
Active, and from a perspective of some good people too, like not chumps.
Mate, just appreciate right now for Top, man. Like every morning, you want to know what's going on in the miniature world. He keeps on top of that. So he has his own channel in the Dirty Paint Watery called Top of the News.
Top of the News.
And he just compiles all of the miniature news from the day. Make sure it's in one tidy place for you.
Agreed.
Updates. So, for example, the Spira Mirabilis. You will never ever miss out on a Spira Mirabilis due to DPI.
I agree, Wes. I agree completely. The more you're in, the less likely I am to get on Discord. So I've hidden channels, I've muted channels, I've just turned them all off. And it's just the Dirty Paint Water.
Yeah, I actually just left a bunch.
League of Extraordinary Painters, and that's about it. I'm in others, but I don't ever check them.
I probably should have muted those rather than just left Discords, but some Discord I've got sick of. We're rounding out the end of the stream, aren't we?
We are indeed, yes, mate. I'm about to do a little airbrush, little few tweaks, and I think we might call this chick finished and this commission finished, which is fucking awesome.
Wonderful news. Wonderful news.
I get myself all fucking psyched up and be like, oh man, I've got to do this commission. Psych myself up, and then I do it, and I'm having the best time. Like, I've had fucking blast painting these models.
You love painting miniatures, mate.
I do.
And you love painting a 32. Deep down, it's still there. That passion is still there.
I do enjoy it, yeah. Because I try to keep the eye on painting a few board game figures and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good. No, Wes, of course I don't need anything, mate. I'm absolutely sweet. I'm one of those knob NZs if I'm like, ooh, I like that. I just buy it.
Can't buy him anything because he's got everything.
It just pisses my mum off, eh? She's like she's trying to... Sure, mate, I would love to sing your song. League of Extraordinary Painters, it's a little wanky name, yes. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your heart.
That's the progress for today.
You can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. Listen to my birthday. Look at that box.
Again, why does he keep using the unhappy Deno face? You weren't unhappy, mate.
I wasn't unhappy at all, mate.
Of your life.
It was Big Deno's happiest day. There's a story behind this. I don't think I've shared the story on the stream, and I don't know that I will.
No. But maybe in a private moment, you might catch it. And if if you are so gracious as to hear this story, then you will share a laugh with the rest of us who do know, because it is quite quality. I would just say that Deno in a suit, in a helicopter, coming in over the beach, quality.
It's a wonderful. No, that is definitely Big Deno and Carl Drago right there. No Andy involved in that one.
That is actually Andy. I believe I got stitched up on the last one when I was Kay, working over the philodendrons. Yeah, what do you reckon about that progress, mate?
I haven't even looked
about that.
I haven't even looked, mate, but I'll go and have a look right now as soon as I finish this, because this commission is done!
That red is just doing it for me. Oof. Especially on the weapons platform.
Oh yeah. Duffman needs some H2. Oh yeah. Duffman says a lot of things. Great work, Deno. Let me have a look at your picture. Big Deno's time in the sun. If anyone wants to join that back in Discord, I don't know how to help you. Ooh, that's popping like it's hot.
Fuck it up, mate.
Man, you are on fire with the Eldar.
Hey, have I taken a photo? Oh, let me give you another photo. Let me give me a quick photo. I've got one more thing to show.
Oh, you want me to show you the rest of it? It's a Discord picture. Copy, boom, copy link. There you go. It's just some boring Space Marine people, whatever they are, Eldars. Just boring.
Eldars.
Yeah, they're boring. Yeah, is the display Eldar finished, Bucks?
I am taking a photo of it right now. It's got a little bit to go. I'm just trying to find an angle that actually captures it.
Alright, I'm going to show off all these finished dudes in a second. This is one of the absolute joys of army painting, I'll tell you what. This fucking moment right now.
Oh, rimming it. Just giving it a rim job.
Absolutely love rimming the fuck out of these.
Mate, do you think this fucking guy will just stay on his thing? Like, piss me off.
Oof. Oof. Oh yeah, baby. And this one. Well, this has been a very, very enjoyable commission, friends, I have to tell you. I have liked it a lot. Maybe I will start taking a few more commissions on soon. Maybe. What'd you do for me, Benny? Did you do something new, buddy? Just another one? Like, I gotta find it because there's a picture of me with my head on a dinner suit with a helicopter in the background, and it's fucking hysterical. I'll find it one day and send it to you. It's great. It is great. Oh, Carol Rudix just posted a thing. What do we got here? Children of the Blood Moon. Oh, when's it starting? 10th. This week. 75 mils Sibylla. 75 mils Sonia. She looks great.
Sibylla will go off, mate.
Oh my god, it's literally...
People frothed Sibylla for ages, eh?
Oh,
When she
Kane
first
on a
came out.
throne. Oh, man.
Who's got the best Sibylla? Arnau's got the best Sibylla, right?
Yeah, Arnaud's is the best Sibylla. By a country mile.
Yeah, it's the green one, isn't it? That's not green.
It's got turquoise and purple in the skin. The pictures don't do it justice, man, I'm telling you. It's fucked. It's fucked how
Here's
good
the
it is.
Eldar display. Well, I think I might just pin it. So I can use it in games if I ever need it as well.
About to see behind the scenes here, friends. I'm about to take a photo. Well, you're not really seeing behind the scenes. Unlucky. Listen to your heart before tells him goodbye.
There you go, mate. Here's the display model.
Alright, I'm going to varnish these great friends and then I will add some gloss effects to a couple of them and then I'm I tried to do a slightly different gold on this chick here and this dude, and I think you can see how this gold's a little bit more tarnished whereas this is a little bit more newish looking. I think that works. Oh, I need to do that guy's eyes. Good check, Dano. Good check. We'll just
Righty, it's been a good night. We've had a good crack, good innings. What do you reckon? We're for 100 tonight?
Yeah, I think we would have got a century.
Yeah, I think we were.
We did this one for Warney, mate.
We did.
All right, let's go have a little bo peep at someone we can read. That's not what I want to show, but that's Bucks's things.
Yeah, there's the other one. Underneath it, the display one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right there, just close that.
Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. Oh, the gold's humming. When are you going to add the turquoise bits?
Push open original, and then you can actually see the size of it, mate.
No, I'm fine, mate. I'm good. There's Big Dano.
What? The turquoise bits? I'm not sure.
Browse. Miniature figures. Who we got out and about?
No, he was on. He's gone.
Who we got out and about? Oh, Nalin's got 157 viewers. I do think we should raid into someone like Nalin on a while, sometime soon. Stephen's World. He's only got one viewer, and it's himself. What are you doing, Stephen?
Has he got?
720p, Stephen. You're a disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Look at the lag.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Stephen. This guy is an 18 plus. I'm immediately attracted to Grosso. 720p, Grosso. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, it's not a bad paint job though.
Paint your tufts, mate.
Paint your tufts. Yeah, look at Grosso go. Good on you, Grosso. What a bloke. What a specimen. Tiny Warrior Studio. What's he doing?
You can be egotistical, but
Thank you.
make it all about you,
Thank
does
you.
it mean that
Love
you're making out that you're bigger than you are?
I am bigger than I am. Tiny
This
Warriors.
guy, I feel personally attacked by this guy right now. How about you, mate?
That is Big Deno in a nutshell right there.
Uh-huh.
I am bigger than I am. Thank you. Gorka Girl. I think Gorka Girl might be Australian. No, she's British born, now in Finland.
People who are familiar with them may
Look,
have overheard.
I got a lot of love for the Finns.
1080p, I'm in. Gorka Girl.
But I've not really been sure when.
Alright. Okay, let's go.
Fly's off. The party's over.
So it's something that I want to do.
We'll retire it for another year.
Indeed.
I don't know how you're doing, mate.
I was surprised that there was
A full tie and shirt. It's a lot of work.
Every
It's a lot
fucking
of
Monday, mate. Every fucking Monday. Big
It's a lot.
time.
Jesus Christ, huh?
Friends, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week. I'm back on Wednesday and we're going to start a new project. Get excited. Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Paul.
No worries, Jared.
See you, Frog Jim. I'm going to go listen to that psycho guy telling me how great I am, by the way. The Little Warriors.
He's caught your interest, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a legend. Tanith Lass, it was a good stream, mate. I painted all of these models on this stream tonight. It was an incredible achievement. I did it in about 3 hours. All of these figures.
See you all, legends.
See you, friends. Peace.
Because like sometimes I just need like 2 to 4 slices of bread. I don't need like.
Hello.